my van. Trying to work out how to sit the tripod on my van. Oh, actually, these look like cup holders. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Ah! Okay. We'll work it out as we go. Oh. Okay. So I just bought this Transit and I'm about to do a 100-kilometer test run up and down the Hume Highway, or down and up depending on where you're coming from. So yeah. Cool bananas.
The move comes as online tenants complain about demands from landlords for rent payment despite massive nationwide job losses and financial insecurity. The federal government last month announced a 1-month moratorium.
Oh!
All the best, eh?
Yeah, thank you, Fred.
Okay, see ya.
Have a good one. So, about a year ago, I'm not even sure how I stumbled upon the concept of van life, but I started following Eamon and Beck, who are a Canadian couple, and they live out of a Mercedes Sprinter. Then I started looking for vehicles. I mean, the choices were pretty much Mercedes Sprinter and Ford Transit right off the bat. Like, they're the ones that drew me in the most. I've got a little workbook at home where I have written down all of the internal, external dimensions of the vans, because for me that's most important when you're going to build a home inside such a small space. Clutch. Still learning. So yeah. So the Mercedes mid-wheelbase in my mind is comparable to the Ford Transit long wheelbase, which is actually what I've just bought. So they're about the same dimensions, give or take. So the outside of this is smaller than the outside of the Sprinter mid-wheelbase, but the cargo space is larger than the Mercedes Sprinter mid-wheelbase. So those are my options. Sprinter mid-wheelbase or long wheelbase, Ford Transit long wheelbase or extra long wheelbase. I did briefly look at jumbos, but I like the idea of being able to park in a regular car space. And I looked up about 6 months ago, the average car space is about 7 meters. That is front to back. Width is whatever. So, my motivations for van life. I want to have more freedom in my life. So I have 2 cats, and cats are a lifelong commitment, at least for their lives. That's anywhere between 10, 20, hopefully 25 years. I mean, I want to love them as much as I can because that's what they deserve. Every creature deserves compassion. So the main reason I don't get away as much as I could is because I have to, number one, think of their welfare when I'm not going to be around. So that's either putting them in boarding, which can be quite expensive, or finding a pet sitter. And I don't know, I'm just uncomfortable with the idea of somebody in my house while I'm not there. I don't know. Yes. If I felt the need, I could pack all of us into this van and just head off. Even if I just use it for like weekend getaways or short trips But the goal is eventually to do full-time van life. So I'm going to build this out perfectly enough for me in the way that I want it. And yeah. It's going to be awesome. So I'm still getting used to the driving position of this vehicle. I've only ever had one vehicle before this, and that was a hatchback, nice little Toyota hatchback, and I've had a Yamaha sports bike. So both very different driving positions. Oh, and I forgot you can't turn onto the M5 from here. Well, that's okay. I know they both merge down the way a little bit. I used to take this route down to Canberra. Yeah, working road trip. See, I'm still learning where my vehicle sits within the lane. I mean, I'm big and tall and bright blue, so chances are somebody else is going to see me, but I want to avoid all possible collisions for all of the obvious reasons. Think about it, because if you slip, I'm going to fall on top of your girl. Make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. So now we're up to the 110 speed limit zone, and I must say it is a bit disconcerting to not be able to look over my shoulder and see out a window, but that is okay. This is a large vehicle. It has large mirrors. It has a rear view camera, so I think I'll be okay. Knock on wood. Yeah, there's no major creaks, no rumbles, no non-engine sounds, no concerning sounds, I guess you could say. So I've reached the end of the run, Avon Dam Road. And I am just going to see if I can... I mean, the goal is to be able to walk from the driver's seat out the back door, so something's obviously got to be done about this seating configuration. But until then, how does one remove one of these? Like... No. Okay, so in the meantime, this is not going to be graceful at all. Wait. Oh. It is possible to climb over, so that's mighty helpful. Yeah, there's a lot of space to work with here. I am gonna put in a vent somewhere, possibly here, because I plan this to be my cooking space. Cooking, food storage, eating. So bed, couch bed, maybe like a modular slide out type thing. So ideally all the wet stuff, like sinks, taps, white tank, grey tank, it's going to be on this side. Electrical on this side. I want to put in a shower because, well, I don't want to be a grub. I mean, there is a shower at work that I can use, but I'd rather be able to do it in my own private space. So yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, how did it? Thick. Graceful. She is beauty. She is grace. And I can't think of anything to rhyme with that, so whatever. So now that it's driven 50 k's here, I'm going to drive it back to my mate's mechanic and he's going to hook it up to the diagnostics computer. So it was scanned yesterday and no warnings or alerts came up. So now that it will have driven 100 kilometers, we'll see what comes up, just so that we know what will be needing to be replaced, what will likely need attention in the coming time. So yeah, see you on the other side. So I'm back from the mechanic. They hooked the vehicle up to the diagnostic computer and only 2 things came up after 100 plus kilometers up and down the highway. So that's a good sign. And they're also things that I'm not going to have to worry about for many a moon from now. So yeah, I'm going to meet with my father. We're going to start planning, designing, figuring out exactly what I want in this space. And yeah, going to begin the build. So thanks for watching. And I guess I will see you next time.